drop some biblical knowledge. So, here it is. I've been a Christian for quite some time. Started off in Catholic school. That went to finding the NIV, which then later led me to a more fundamental independent Baptist kind of style training with the King James. So this is addressed to Christians because I have watched for decades as the enemy has infiltrated your camp and destroyed you from within. There's a reason why obesity is at 60%, whatever the findings are. I'll have to look those up and give you some accurate statistics on that, but it's about 60, right? And why is that? It's because we have neglected the temple that God has given us. You see, I love working out. I have my whole life. The reason I work out is because I was very sickly as a child. So sickly that I was always in the hospital. I couldn't breathe. I had all kinds of problems, right? And so what did I do? Like any kid growing up around, the 80s, I emulated superheroes, right? So I wanted to be a superhero. So I thought, how could I actually look like this? How could I look like Superman, Batman, whatever you want to pick, right? How did they go about doing it? Batman worked out. Hey, pretty simple. I'm going to start working out. I've had a lot of heroes in my working out journey. Steve Reeves is who I patterned my body after in the beginning. So throughout my 20s and 30s, I was actually able to achieve, a pretty decent build. But then, something happened in my 30s and later 30s that I never thought happened. I actually became bigger than I ever was, stronger than I ever was. So that's just a little background on me working out. Why I bring that up is this. I've been to churches where people actually put you down because you've worked out. They actually look at you and think that because you work out, that you're this vain person who's posing in the mirror all the time and is so, oh, look at me, look at me. They have no concept that maybe the reason you did this was to stay in health. And that's actually what the body is designed to do, is to stay in health. They'll always throw up this, what is their verse they go to? It profits the body little, to, where it profits the spirit much. That's fine. Guess what? Times have changed. If Jesus was here right now, I bet he'd be telling you to work out. I almost guarantee it, because people have become slothful. They're sitting around. Greed and gluttony have stolen your life. The design that God made has been broken. Okay? You're not supposed to be sitting around on social media 24 hours a day watching television, doing all these things. You're supposed to be outside, breathing in the air, working, letting your body and your endorphins kick in, transcending this whole, like I said, this sedentary activity that has plagued I'd say America for decades now. You became too comfortable. That's why I don't like being comfortable myself. I always like to push. I like to do a little bit more. Just don't get comfortable. You get comfortable. Okay, here's a thing. I can relate it to this because this is such a great analogy since we're talking about, like I said, Christianity. Okay, that movie, God's Not Dead. Dean Cain's over there and he meets his mom, right? And his mom, she's obviously has mental problems, maybe Alzheimer's or something like that. And then she starts telling him the story about the cell, how life is like you're in a prison cell with the door open and it's comfortable, and that's what the devil does. He sits there and he makes the cell comfortable, right? And then one day, when you least expect it, that door slams and that's it. You can't get out. And it becomes a cold, harsh reality that is set in stone, and it cannot be, cannot be changed at that point. But see, you guys are alive, all right? You already have Jesus Christ as your Savior, right? That's what you're saying. You're a Christian. I don't have to, try and preach to you about this. My question is, if your Savior died for you, right? Why is it so hard for you to keep your body in condition so that you can use the gifts that He gave you to do, His work, which is, I guess spreading the gospel, right? Helping people, right? Because that's why I do this. My Christian background, like I said, started out in Catholic school. Jesus was my buddy, right? Simple beliefs. Okay, I'm sure there's a lot of Catholics out there. All right, so what did I think? I thought, well, how could I do what Jesus does? Well, I can't heal people. I can't walk up to you and sit there and, put my hand on you and, take away your pain or any of that stuff. So what could I do? I could study science. I could study, things that have been proven to work to increase, the potential of our human form, right? Whether it be nutrition or physiology or kineology or what's that word? Kesonology? I'm sorry. That's a tough word for me. Anyways, you understand. So I dedicated myself to these things because I knew there was value and I could help you, right? And what's the Bible say about these things? The Bible also talks about this for those, who lack knowledge will perish, right? Those lacking knowledge will perish, okay? So this is just my little rant, like I said, to Christians who are sitting there and are, because I ate with you guys, okay? Let's not play games. All right, every time I went to a function, what's the next thing to do after Sunday, mass or church or service or whatever you go to? Time to go eat. Where are we going to go eat? That's what my first question would be, because I like to eat because I work out. So I say, hey, I'm starving, just to go through Bible study, that's like an hour. Go through the main service, that's like maybe another hour. Hang out, talk to people, that might be 45 minutes. I'm starting to get hungry now, right? Because I only had a little bowl of cereal in the morning. So they're going to IHOP, right? We're going to the Golden Corral, right? You know what I'm talking about, all right? So they're feeding their spirit, but they're not taking care of their bodies. It is my belief, and you have to do both. Okay? That's all. I just wanted to, like I said, put this out here because I haven't seen this addressed. I have not seen a YouTube video on this. I haven't seen anybody talk about this. I haven't seen anybody, get up in these faces of these people that, keep talking about, it's such a sin to do this and that, but you're letting your body be destroyed because of, because you're blind. You don't see. You judge, but you do not see. That's not Jesus. That's not how Jesus rolls, my friends. I'm sorry. Compassion, it tells you the truth. I hope I'm stepping on some toes here. Alright, I might put this out. We'll see what happens. I might have to edit it. It might be a little convoluted. Well, like I said, I wanted to get this initial idea out there so that you could shoot some comments. Because like I said, if you look at my channel, there's 3 things that are paramount, right? Your spirit, because I don't care who you are, you're not going to live past 120 years, okay? That's biblically backed up, all right? Where it says a man's days are numbered, okay? And that's medically backed up until they can start making these superhumans, all right? That's it. So we don't even have to get into a faith discussion on that. Science backs it up, Bible backs it up. There you go. 2 collaborating sources. All right, so since you're going to die, do something with your life. Make it count. All right? That's all I'm saying. Guys, and remember, please subscribe, share, like, comment. Help me get this message out there. Okay, there's a lot of people out there hurting that don't have to be. And with your help, I'll be able to reach those people. So I never take you guys for granted. Thank you.